All right, so let's get into, if you guys are sticking around for a bit, we've got like, I think 4 videos of my first matches at a competition and Mike's first matches. And we'll go, let's see. I can start with, I'll start with mine. Oh man, this is gonna be embarrassing. So I was a blue belt, I think a pretty fresh blue belt. This was at New Breed.
I was filming, I think.
You probably were.
Yeah.
And yeah, because you didn't compete at this one.
I didn't.
I think, like always, I was bumped up into like the next weight class. I think this guy was like 155 or 170 or something. And yeah, so let's see how awful I am. Let me go back real quick. So he just kind of, yeah, I was just way too low. He snatched my head down. Really, really good snap down. Really good go behind. This is all for points, so I think he probably got takedown points. I'm not even watching the ref, but this guy's super heavy up on my shoulders. So I think there is just 2-point takedown, or I guess that was for the guard pass. My haircut is awful. So I re-guard and immediately just go for like a pathetic attempt at like an armbar or something. Where I really should have re-guarded and just established some control, right? Try to control his posture instead of throwing my legs up. So yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. I had his arm there for a second. Like, yeah, right there. So it was, you know, oh, let me get my hips out and sling up over his head. It was nowhere near close. Frame is in the wrong position.
So he's sitting into that case that I was talking about with the arm in.
Yeah.
And you're going for like that jailbreak escape.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm slinging a bunch of stuff together right here. Like I have somewhat decent control over that leg of his with my leg, but he could have just hip switched and like slid out of that earlier on. And like I don't have, if I had inside position here with my leg instead of just only with my arm, I might have been able to do something effective. But really, I can't think of a way to elevate or anything like that. I mean, he's got me so flattened out.
Right. Yeah, you really need your leg switched, right, to where your left leg is over top and your right leg is underneath in order to get a knee lever kind of going, which is almost like what you're going for here.
I'm like helping his leg escape.
Yeah.
Or
So frustrating.
I should have been scooping underneath it.
You're like, I could so kick my own ass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even really fighting for inside position. I mean, this was all, you know, this was well before I think you and I really started studying more seriously. So there were just so many glaring errors.
This was Luke coming in and saying, hey, you guys ever competed? No, we've never done that before.
What's my favorite submission? I don't know if I could pick one, man.
I like whatever gets me the tap.
Yeah. I mean, rear triangles are always pretty sweet. Just because they just feel immensely more strangling. Man, and this is kind of the end right here, right? He gets me in this head and arm triangle. Katagatame for the bilingual. I think I held on pretty long too, but and I may have only had like a few seconds left. Or did I get out of this on time? I don't remember. Did tap to that. Let me go back real quick. So
Anaconda choke is a good one. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good strangle for sure.
So there's the setup, right?
From the back, yeah.
Right from here, he reaches in and across, and I turn away from him, or I turn towards him rather. Here, and that's the beginning of the end of it for me. So solid setup from him. And that was when I realized I was not that good. And then it only got worse for me because my next match was in gi, and this guy, I don't know why I didn't go against that dude again.
No,
because the gi brackets were different than the no gi brackets. And then this guy comes running over and says, the ref told me that my match was here. They knocked me down in the weight classes. This dude was at least 170 or 175.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, all right, great.
Yep.
Let's
yeah,
see
he was
how
in
this
my weight
goes.
class. That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
God, that.
I remember telling you, I was like, dude, you train against me all the time. No problem.
Yeah, what I started watching this earlier before the stream, and immediately what I dislike about this is how ineffective my grips are. Like
No kidding.
they don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like I'm gripping with much purpose. That little foot sweep had no setup. Whereas I could tell he was going for, he was at least pushing and pulling me a bit more. He was also bigger than me, so I was gonna move. It's such a sloppy trip, but it got me. And this was like the closest I came to taking control that day. Was this almost an armbar?
I remember thinking that you had this.
So did I, dude. I was
Yeah.
super stoked. And then it was just like, all right. Man, I should have focused on that strangle a bit more.
Yeah, I think you of course, retrospect is definitely better. It's good. I mean, really good positioning at blue belt, right? Like, I think that's the biggest takeaway that I came away with the first competition in at least seeing what you had to go up against was just how much we had to shore up on some of the things that we clearly were just outmatched at.
Yeah.
And body positioning was one of them, which I didn't expect, to be quite honest.
Yeah. And, I guess it's going to sound weird to say, but we were, like you, me, Luke, Nick was there with us. I think Colton was there with us that day. Like,
He was, yeah.
we were the guys at the school who were like really trying our hardest. And, it wasn't exactly a competition level school or like a place that taught enough stuff to get us ready for some of these more intense matches. But in learning that lesson on our out at our first meet, it gave us an idea how to train better.
Yep.
And how to prepare ourselves for higher intensity stuff.
Yeah, it sucks to lose, but it really sucks if you lose and then you don't come away with anything to learn.
Yeah.
We at least came away with some learnings, so.
Yeah, and it's like, I would always tell people, you know, a day at competition is like 3 months worth of training in the gym. You know, like the amount of stuff you learn about yourself, about your technique, about the types of games people play. I mean, look at me, like I'm a turtle on my back right now. You know, I'm not really I'm not working any good side guard. My re-guarding is awful, and now, you know, like I can re-guard against Bertram, right, or
Yep.
much bigger guys. You know, I'm not working any effective mount escapes or, you know, anything. You know, here's a lockdown, but you know, and then it was just time.
Yep.
So it was funny. I was glad I didn't get tapped on that match, given our size difference. But again, just nothing like watching yourself flail around like an idiot for a while.
No kidding.
And score no points. Yeah, that was the other big thing. Like, I scored 0 points that day in any of my matches. Lost both matches. Tapped one, you know, on one of them. So it was like almost as bad of a showing as you could have. But it prepared me for this competition, which is your first competition, right? This was
my
Good
first.
Fight.
Yep, this was my second match in Good Fight, because Good Fight does it backwards. They do gi first, and then they did no gi second.
Okay, I was gonna switch, but we should probably. This is the quicker. We only have like part of this match anyway.
Okay.
It doesn't go all the way, and then we'll go into your gi match.
Oh shit. Okay, this guy gets me with a triangle.
I don't think we get to see it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, what was up on the server, or this is what I pulled off the server. So.
Okay. Yeah, so he, like, I wind up wrestling up. I think I'm doing. This is back when my red shirt, which was in the previous thing, actually had its logo on the back.
Oh.
So, so I felt like I was dominating this match, and it came off of the previous match, which we might see or whatever. But
I really liked this from you, like, just out the back, stayed on that leg, and then drove through. Immediately cut around that. Like, I mean, I feel like that's the kind of wrestling you're trying to work on now, and you were doing it back then at Blue Belt.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny how shit changes up, and then you like forget stuff that you used to do. But yeah, so I felt like I was doing a good job during this match, and I don't know, the way that it ends, just to, like, spoiler alert, right? Like, I control the whole match. The guy tries to re-guard on me. I wind up getting a double unders pass, and I get really lazy on it. And I know I've told at least the people who've trained with us at the school, right, is that I'm always very diligent about now bringing the person's knee to their nose in order to pass. And this is the match that I learned the hard way, that you can't be lazy on that pass, because I left he basically reaches through, grabs my arm from the middle in between his legs, pulls it through, and then triangle chokes me while I was dominating the entire match, and it ends in a split second. So that's like Matt said, 3 months of learning. I say 6, because like that was enough to friggin' that was enough to piss me off really bad.
Yeah, the other thing, the difference between the matches that we just watched from me and these matches is these are submission only, no points.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, this is so. These have to end in a submission, right? And if it doesn't, which you'll see in a bit, I think, your gi matches go into the Good Fight overtime, right?
Overtime. Yep.
Yeah, where you work. It's kind of like Eddie Bravo Invitational rules, where you work from certain positions and then it's tap or escape, and then your opponent gets to try to tap you while you get to escape or whatever. So yeah, Mike's not where. Yeah, that was the end of it there, unfortunately.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So I get submitted shortly here after my triangle choke.
All right. This one isn't up on YouTube. That like it is.
I don't think so.
Just the local copy you have.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. So let me see.
Yeah, getting trapped in close guard is terrible.
Work on your standing guard breaks. Those will be.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, no. I just wish. Well, Chew's not in our class, so. Yeah, man. Look up if you're having trouble with that. Look up, John Danaher or Gordon Ryan standing guard breaks. That was what really opened it up for me. Which the next competition I get into after my first, I guess you could say my second competition. I got caught in a guy's close guard forever because I didn't know how to get out. I wasn't good at breaking guard. But yeah, their method, the standing guard breaks, definitely helped me out a lot with that. Yeah, putting your knee near his balls is admissible if you're trying to do a log splitter pass. I would avoid smashing him if you can. So we're gonna settle in for a bit here. This is a 20-minute match, or 20-minute video at least.
Yeah, I would definitely speed it up.
Yeah, I have it on 1.5 right now. But yeah, this was your first match?
First match ever. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, there's some competition. There's Good Fight has one in April. This weekend, I think New Breed has one. I think, and then probably American Grappling Federation. I think they're throwing some more out there. So yeah, anybody you gotta for all our students, if you guys want to compete, you gotta let us know, and we'll train accordingly and get you guys ramped up.
Yeah, so as Matt said, this was a sub only, so I was not at all concerned with positioning on anything here. Getting my guard passed, nothing mattered. It was just don't get submitted, and man, I took that to heart. And
so it's funny here, like this sweep you were just trying to pull, right? What would you do differently now?
Oh, I would go to the other side.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You got that belt grip, and I don't even know what his other hand's doing, but absolutely would have gone up and over, and then if he based out, it would have been for a leg entrance,
Exactly. Yeah, no, I've like so many options right now, and I'm like so tunnel vision on trying to get him over onto the other side.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, you probably should have shaved too.
The goatee looked good.
You look like Evil Cartman. Yeah, you can apply for competitions. As long as you pay for, pay the entrance fee and everything, you just got to get here. But you could, I'm pretty confident as long as you can get to whatever country, you could compete anywhere in the world.
How long ago was this? 2018, maybe?
Yeah.
2018. 4 years ago.
Let's mute that. Yeah, no real like open guard attacking of the feet
at all.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, like when we were blue belts, just knowing that nothing was legal except for straight ankle locks, I didn't really go for leg entrances or anything. I was very nervous in competitions because you could get DQ'd for reaping. And, I'm using that as an excuse now, but like that's legit how I felt. Like I was very nervous about going in for leg attacks.
Yeah. Chew, I'm gonna put some names of competition bodies into the chat. You could Google them, check them out, and maybe come and pay us a visit and compete. Newbury Grappling Industries. It's just off the top of my head. And then there's, you know, IBJJF, kind of the big sanctioning body.
You put Naga?
Oh, yeah, Naga.
I did. Yeah, I kicked him right in the balls. And then what was funny is that the ref was telling us, he was telling me that I can still attack him. He's like, why'd you stop? Is like what the ref was telling me. He's like, wow, you're really nice. I'm like, I'm not gonna freaking attack somebody who's healing over because I hit him in the nuts. But
well, that's why you lose.
That's why I lose.
That is, I've been curious about that. Like, I don't think we've dealt with eye pokes or anything, like really bad eye pokes.
Right.
I've never seen how that gets handled at jiu-jitsu competitions.
Oh, remember in my other good fight when the guy hit me in the eye? Do you remember that? And it split my eye open. They let me stop for all of 15 seconds to patch that motherfucker up. Yeah. They're like, get back out on the mat. Go,
Fight the good fight.
Watching comp footage definitely makes you want to go to a comp. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then like, I don't know about you, but I learned a lot of really effective lapel strangles or collar strangles much later.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like, you know, going into this competition, I don't think we really had those in our arsenal as well as we do now.
I had no submissions in my arsenal at blue belt. I'll be honest.
I mean, it didn't stop you from trying north-south chokes on me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that one ever again either. I used to do that all the time. Try and get past the legs, but they frame on you, so you turn the other way and like try and rotate towards the head. The dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I used to do that shit all the time, and nope,
you know who I think does that a lot are wrestlers coming into jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
I know Mitch has thrown some of those at us where he'll like quick spin out of something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chew, you could sign up for ADCC trials too. I mean, if you're really interested in becoming like a big name in jiu-jitsu, that's where you want to be successful these days, at least with no-gi jiu-jitsu.
One thing I never forget about competitions is how burnt out my forearms feel after that.
Yeah. Yeah, the adrenaline dump is something you can't train for. That's just, or not in the traditional sense. The only way to get around that is by competing as often as you can, which I don't want to complain, especially since, you know, Chew was saying he can't even find competitions, but in this part of the country, you know, it's they're a bit more few and far between unless you really want to drive like every weekend. But if you live up in New York or, you know, out in like Southern California, you could probably find them pretty consistently, as well as really, really good schools to train at. I don't know what it costs to train it or to compete at like ADCC trials or anything like that, but you're probably gonna pay around $100 for like the smaller local competitions and all that. Do you remember how long these matches go? Regulation time, was it 8 minutes?
10.
10? I think they changed to like 8 minutes, or at least maybe when I was a purple belt it was like that. Or no, I was a blue belt. I thought they had us for 8 minutes. That was the day I got promoted to purple. Was at a
That's right.
It wasn't this competition, obviously. It was another.
Yeah, the next good fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've done 2 of them, right? Or we've done 3.
2 or 3. Yeah, I think 3.
Yeah, I've done 2, and there was a third one. The second one was after I hurt my knee, and I couldn't compete. But I did a third one.
With that guard pass, so he's just controlling the knees.
Oriando, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just controlling the legs, unless he switched it up. Yeah, back step around.
Yep.
I mean,
Oriando,
just like
yep.
Again, with the gi, you can be so much more controlling with your loose outside passing.
And I hadn't figured out how to. We hadn't discovered inverting at that point, right? Like
right.
getting up on shoulders and stuff was not something that we did at our school.
Yeah.
So yet again, I'm stuck in this Enkesa Gatame. Again, since it was so only, I'm not feeling any sort of rush here to get out. If I feel like I don't remember feeling any threat of submission here throughout the match.
Yeah, that's. I'm not saying this as a dig. That's normally, any of my losing matches. Like I've only been subbed.
Yep.
A few times in competition. Out of a lot of matches, and like the ones where I lose, it's like my that's what I say to myself. So, well, at least they didn't tap me, or they were nowhere close.
Yeah.
Even at my last competition at purple belt, when I was outpointed, in 4 matches. Again, didn't score a point, but there was no threat of a submission at any point, which I knew the rules, so I should have been, fighting accordingly. But it is good to know that you can keep yourself safe.
It is, but we talk a lot, at least at our school, about the difference between offensive and defensive cycles, and you can definitely tell here that I'm on the defensive cycle a lot more than I am on offensive.
Yeah.
So, regardless of whether this is submission only or not, if you just play it by odds, my opponent has better odds at winning by being in a more dominant position.
Sure.
It's just a simple fact, right? And then we go a round or two. We had to start in mount. Oh, so that was actually regulation. So we had stopped regulation, and I think he was in mount, and I was trying to get out. Now I'm in mount.
Oh, wait, did you guys restart? Oh, okay. Here's where you. Okay, I was gonna say because we were like 15 minutes in.
Yeah, so this is OT. So it was a 15-minute match, and then OT starts, right? Or was it 10-minute in regulation and then?
I think it was 10 regulation.
Okay.
And then so the way at this time, this was before they made the switch to how they do it now. I think it was mount, back, armbar, triangle. Right? You go through. Someone takes mount. It's up to them to finish, and then the other person takes mount and they have to finish. If both people finish, then they go on to a back attack, right, where you basically start in a strangle or close to a strangle. You've got to hit the strangle, or if the guy escapes on you and then he strangles you, he wins, right? So that's how it works for this competition. Now they've just gone to back, armbar, and triangle. They don't do mount position anymore.
Yep.
So this was where mount started for you. And yeah, our mount was probably just abysmal.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just hot garbage. Yeah, so I'm not going for any attacks here, right? Like,
yeah.
He finally gives me an arm. I'm going up. Oh, I remember. I think I'm hunting for an arm triangle, because that's literally the only submission I knew from top mount.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I had an Americana here.
True, injuries happen in every division. It's not just in beginners.
Oh yeah.
And as long as they abide by the rules, a lot of the nastier ones you see are mitigated. So I'm gonna slow this down to regular play speed, because now we're gonna get into back control.
Yep.
I don't know why you're starting on back.
I don't either.
This ref didn't know what he was doing.
Mm-mm. No, but my back control was terrible. Look at this. I immediately give it up.
Yeah.
It's like all of 5 seconds and he's out.
That was awful.
It was so bad. Now my ride time on back is much higher.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind, I always tell this when we go over, if I have to teach a gi class during back control week, you don't go for rear naked strangles ever. Like, it's just pointless when you have a gi on. You set up back control with control over the lapel, right? Which it's hard to see if you did that or if you attempted it, but it doesn't really look like it.
Dude, I never touched gi when we were training back at this time.
Yeah, and you made no effort to like pull him back across you or anything like that.
Not a damn thing. It's so gross. Oh, I want to throw up.
That's just the alcohol.
Yeah. I wish.
I'm curious how he responds.
He finishes me here with like an Ezekiel from the back.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Once again, like, how deep into our purple belt were we when we were like started using, the back Ezekiel with the cross collar?
Yeah, so he grabs that lapel there.
Yeah, and your escapes are kind of non-existent too.
Yeah, look at my legs. My legs are doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, he's just got all the time in the world to kind of think and plan.
Yep. See you, Chew.
Take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Good luck.
Yeah. Come back in again. Keep us posted on your training.
Yeah, Morocco, man. You're pretty late.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Yeah, so check this out.
Yeah, okay. Just want to see this one more time.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey, we watched me get arm triangled.
Yeah.
A couple times. It's just hard to see what his grips are here. So he's got... Oh, okay. So he's got like kind of a half Nelson.
Yep. And then a lapel strangle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I guess a cross collar choke. Yeah. Thank God. Wow. Fun.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. All right. Well, cool. That wraps it up then for today. Whew, it's 4 a.m. Yeah. Get some rest, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for stopping by. And good luck with your training.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll keep doing these as time permits. We do get a little bit better, but it doesn't get any worse than what you just saw. So we hope you can learn from that too. But yeah, either way, remember, if you guys haven't, you can claim this as a class credit, right? So at the beginning of these streams, log into your portal on the website, claim your credit for studying. Other than that, I think we're back to our regular schedule. See you later, Brandon. So we'll see you guys at
later.
Class. Trim your nails, do your laundry, don't be stinky. What was that?
I didn't know that was Brandon. Hey,
oh,
Brandon.
yeah. Yeah. Anything else from you?
No, man. Hit us a follow if so inclined. We'd appreciate that if you haven't already. Yeah, and everything that Matt said, we'll see you in class.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy.